It's almost like I planned that. Shashi's so good. All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. I know it's a crazy with life right now in the end of the semester and finals and stuff. So thanks for taking a couple minutes out of your Monday night to hang out with us. If you didn't get a chance to sign in yet, I'm going to just kind of keep blasting the sign in the chat. Make sure you sign in. It helps make sure that you're meeting those resume requirements. If you guys should all know, we're at GBM 4. This is our last official meeting of the semester, which is really exciting and sad at the same time. We have a couple more social, just like fun activities, as well as a wellness hour tomorrow that we'll talk about. But this is our last kind of formal event, if you will. So thanks for joining. I hope you all are doing good. I wanted to start today's meeting with literally just a couple minutes to chit chat, just say hi to your friends, talk, just vent on how life is going, literally anything you guys want to at this point. Just a couple minutes to kind of say hi, talk about maybe some summer plans if you've got them. So you can accept the breakout room if you want, or if you'd rather just hang out here in the middle with me, you can just say hi. Otherwise, I'll call you guys back in just a sec. Sound good? Any questions? Okay, go say hi to your friends. You should have just gotten an invite to go.
I love how we're talking to each other.
I just got your message. I'm like, oh, no way. Hi.
I know. I was like, why is it being recorded? And then I looked and I was like, I'm just talking to her right now. Nadia!
Hello.
Nadia.
Abigail, hello, everyone.
Hi, sorry, Slack doesn't work on my computer and I'm trying to get it up, so I can't see anybody. But hello, hope you're all having
No
a nice
worries. Hello.
Nadia, I feel like you're just lying.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, it's gonna cut in and out, but what's up, guys?
It's okay. We'll just ignore you when it cuts out.
That's fine. You can ignore me when it's not cutting out too. That's fine.
Oh, okay. That's okay too.
How are you?
Good. It's not like we haven't seen each other since Saturday.
It's so long.
Are your plants still alive? Or have you guys?
Oh my god, yeah, I need to water it. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna write it down right now.
There needs to be like a daily Slack reminder to water your plant.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, we can just put it on the calendar. Like, that'd
be so good. Is
like
everybody ready for this week? Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, I was just gonna say, I feel like there should be like a little bot that tells you water your plants.
I agree.
Like, you know, just those like natural water things like that you just stick in and then it just has like a constant flow. I need to get one of those. I don't know why I haven't. But here we are. Are you ready for the week, Shashi?
As ready as I can be.
Yeah, I feel that.
Do you guys have any finals coming up? I have all of mine on the 23rd, and then I'm just done.
What?
Yeah. I'm in a master's program, though, so it's like they put everything on the same day. So I'm like out a week early, which is really nice.
Are they like you have to take it in a certain time frame, or are they take homes?
Oh, it's all presentations, like
Oh,
big
Okay.
projects. Yeah.
good luck. Wow, that's
Thanks.
You
Yeah, no, I
got
have
this.
like 3 finals. I have like 1 tomorrow and then 2 on the 23rd, and then I'm just done. So
At
yeah,
least you're
I'm
getting
pretty
over with pretty soon.
thrilled.
I'm
Yeah.
both impressed and like shocked for you.
Yeah, good luck. Do you have any
Yeah, I'm
fun
like dying,
plans?
but
Do you have
it's
any
fine.
fun plans for the weekend then, since you're done?
Oh,
on-
me? Well, okay, so I'm in a class called Innovation Space, if you guys have ever heard of it, that's like going until May. So I'm working on that project, like, but it's not a final. It's like not as stressful. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm literally just working. It's because it's like an in-person, like we're opening at like a museum, and so I have to be like building stuff and buying stuff and putting it together. So it's like a
You're building a museum. That's so cool. What kind of museum?
yeah, it's a STEAM museum. It was my Barrett thesis project last year. And then I graduated and then they picked it up as a class. So I have like 20 students and like engineering capstone students that I have to like manage. I'm like a project manager for it. But yeah, no, sorry. And any fun plans for you guys? There's 60 seconds.
Good luck, Abigail.
Yeah, that's really
Thanks.
cool. That's really, really cool. I will be catching up on all of my lectures. I'm
Oh.
going to half of my classes the entire semester. So
Fun.
yes, super fun. What about you, Sarah? Are you doing anything fun this weekend?
I have to catch up on my lectures for one class. I have all of this month to catch up on.
Oh my god.
All my finals are on Monday and Tuesday, along with like the reports for the final projects are also due Monday and Tuesday.
Oh wow, good luck.
And then I'm done.
At least it's at the beginning of the week, and then you
Yeah.
can just be done.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I feel like end of the week finals are just rude. Like you have to just sit and wait.
Especially that Friday when everyone else is done. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, my hair girl's literally leaving the state, so that's cool.
You win some, you lose some. All right. I think everybody's back. Thanks for coming back. I hope it was fun. I hope it was fun to just kind of say hi to folks for a couple minutes. There was a question about the sign in. Yes, there is a sign in. If you joined us a couple minutes late, I'll send it in the chat again. Please just make sure you sign in. It's really important for you and for us. You know the spiel. Here's the agenda for today. You get me pretty much this entire meeting. We're going to go through calendar, contact, what's left for the rest of the semester. We've got just quick announcements from the Women's Coalition. We've got our brand new 2021-2022 Executive Council, and we're really excited about that. Some of you should have seen the announcement, but if you didn't, we'll talk about that. We've got a quick logistics update to make sure everybody knows where they're at in terms of meeting their resume requirements. We'll touch on outreach. We've got our We21 information, senior letters, t-shirts, feedback, activity. It'll go quick. I know it looks scary, but you guys know me, I'll talk. First things first, stay in touch over the summer. We've got our usual platforms, the usual suspects. And new this year, we've got join #summer on Slack if you want to keep up with your SWE friends. Especially if you're either going to be here or somewhere new. If you're going to be here in the Valley, we can all start to do a little bit of a coffee situation if we're ready for it. So that'll be fun of the summer. We can do Zoom hangouts. We can do whatever we want. And if you're moving somewhere this summer, if you've got an internship or something different, reach out to your friends on summer and see what they're up to and kind of make sure, see if you can meet a speaker who's going to be in the same area as you. So that's kind of our little update. You can obviously use all the summer channel, all the normal channels as well throughout the entire summer, but just kind of a dedicated spot for people that are maybe interested in hanging out this summer. That's kind of a spot for you guys. We've got the usual calendar. We only have 3 events left. They'll show it here. We're here on the 19th. We've got Wellness Hour tomorrow. Just as a reminder what that is, it's just a time where one of our advisors, our undergraduate advisor, Ali Bauman, is present. And other members can kind of stop in, say hi. It's just an open space. If there's something on your chest you want to talk about, you feel like you need a little vent session, you need to scream into the void, you want to celebrate something, literally it's just an hour for you guys of undivided attention from our advisor. Coming from personal experience, Ali Bauman is the OG. She has the best advice in the entire planet. I think of things that she has told me when I was a freshman and sophomore pretty much daily. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. So if you need anything, she's there for you guys, and so are other members. And then we have 2 more game nights left. Oh, there's a chat. Yes, Nadia, she's amazing. Sorry, I'll keep that up so I can watch that too. We've got game night tomorrow night if you would need something to kind of rest, relax, whatever. And then we've got a bullet journal / movie night on the 28th. So hopefully your finals week by that point is almost over, if not entirely over, so you can just kind of hang out. But those are our last events for the semester. This is the last event that counts as towards your resume requirements. So I'm glad you guys are here. Any questions about that in the chat before I jump into Women's Coalition? Anything fun we want to say? Okay. You know the rules as always. Interrupt me at any point or send it into the chat. I'm on it. We've got WOCO stuff. So if you missed the memo, we are officially a part of the Women's Coalition on campus. That's all ASU wide. There are a bunch of organizations that are part of that, and we are as well. There are no more meetings for the rest of the semester. Kayla has done a wonderful job representing us at those, so a big thank you to Kayla. There's a group me. If you want to join it, you're welcome to as a member of SWE. You're welcome to join the group me and get all the information firsthand, what's going on with them. The biggest updates are that their last meeting kind of served as a time for feedback from us on what WellCode could do better, what they like, what they don't like. Herstory, the Women's Herstory Month committee interest form is already beginning. That's going to be for the year 2022. The committee runs throughout the fall, and then they plan for events in March of 2022. So we just ended Women's History Month, right? Or Herstory. And so those are the events they plan. So if that's of interest to you and you want to help plan that, you want to be a part of that, the interest form is linked in these slides. We can also get them sent in the meeting recap and stuff. And then there was a CARE proposal that we were a part of that was sent out, and we got a response back from one of the deans. And so they're kind of looking over whether they choose to accept that or not. There was some adjustments that were made. So kind of a little bit of a conversation there. Those are our big Women's Coalition updates. The one that's linked here is to the main webpage for the Women's Coalition. So if you just want like a broad overview, that's what's linked here, and then the group me and the interest form. Any questions on WOCO? All right. See, I told you, we're going to go quick. Yay, the exciting part. Yay, here we go. The elections are complete. I hope you like my gifts. They made me smile. I hope they make you smile too. This scene in Friends is just too iconic. So if you know, you know. But I'm really, really, really excited to announce it's been my honor and pleasure to be part of the Executive Council this year, and I'm excited to announce the new one. So here is your 2021-2022 SPE Executive Council. Welcome to the team, little minions. Serving as our lovely president, we have Cassidy. We're so excited for her. She's been our Executive Council member for the past 2 years, and before that, she was on our outreach committee. So she's long-standing, she's tried and true, but like her shirt says, be the change, and I think she's gonna be awesome. We've got Salma for our Vice President of Undergraduate Affairs. We're super excited for her. She's been helping us out on our council this year as well. And then lo and behold, we've got Kayla taking up this old seat here as Vice President of Graduate Affairs. So I'm excited for those three to kind of head our council this year, and I know they're going to do amazing things. Next, we've got Kylie. She's taking over as our lovely treasurer. She has served on our logistics committee this year. She's been our lead for that, and she's done an amazing job. She's the one that's put together our tracking forms and literally everything, so she's a queen there. And Shachi is taking over as secretary for us. So she stepped up to help us fill a vacancy in secretary this year, and she's just riding it out into next year. So we're really excited. She's doing awesome. Thank you, Shachi. We're really excited for you. Next, we have Director of Public Relations. This is kind of our newer position. We've rebranded, kind of combined some things, took it down a notch, and that is going to be Adiane, I believe. Is how you say it. If I'm saying it wrong, interrupt me. But she's going to take over, and I'm really, really excited for her. So catch our social media stuff there. And then Director of Industry Relations, we have Kelly. And so this is basically the new professional development. So we used to use that term. We're kind of using industry relations now, but it's all the same hat. Next, we've got Director of Community Outreach is going to be Nicole. We split our outreach into 2 positions. We got a lot of feedback that maybe outreach is one big umbrella was a lot. So we've got 2 lovely directors kind of splitting that up. Nicole's going to be responsible for more like the ASU community outreach. She's going to be responsible for stuff like homecoming, that kind of thing, more kind of our ASU and other. Back in the good old personal days, we used to go to sort medical supplies for one of the companies nearby, Project Cure. We've also done some like landscaping, like gardening type things as well before. So Nicole's going to help us in those efforts. And then Annika, as our lovely director of K through 12 outreach, that's going to be more along the lines of the tutoring initiative, Gear Day. She's going to focus more on outreach with children and promoting STEM among youth. So that's one of our big tenants here at Sweden. So Annika's going to field that for us. And then our final two here, we've got Stephanie, who's going to take over as our Director of Undergraduate Engagement. She's going to be your go-to girly for any events you want planned, specifically pertaining to undergraduate students. She's going to be kind of helping us run some of those events and being the aid to Salma. They're going to do that together. And then Allison is going to help us on the graduate side. So I'm really excited for both these women to help take over our undergraduate and graduate portions. And then our last person who's new on our council is Kat Screws. She is actually an ASU SWE alumni herself. Many moons ago, she was SWE president here at ASU. And she's now an industry member who's been working in industry for a couple of years now. And she's decided, or she has chosen and offered to help come back as counselor. And so we're going to have Kat join us as well. And then we have our classic counselors who are not listed here because they're not new, but we have Allie and Helen who will be around next year as well. So if you need anything from our advisors, Allie Bauman and Helen Chavez will also be there. But this is our new council. Any questions? We're really excited for you ladies. Woohoo! I know I went quick through that. We'll get all of their contact information posted. They're gonna have the usual kind of SWE ASU Gmails. They'll kind of update the website, all that jazz. If you need anything, obviously the rest of the exec from this past year is still here. We can help you kind of direct you which way you need to go if you get a little bit turned around, but we'll get their contact information posted as well. Which takes me to a big thank you. A big thank you to everyone who participated in some fashion during this election. I know it's long and lengthy, and can be tedious. So we appreciate you so much. This organization only exists for you as members. We exist to basically be that support system that is needed when things are a little bit difficult and when they're not always as clear as you want them to be. So a big thank you to everyone that participated in some fashion. And on a more personal note, I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart and as kind of the voice of the Executive Council for this past year. This organization has given me so much. It's innumerable, the amount of things that I have been given. And I've been so grateful to be a part of this organization throughout my collegiate career. This is kind of my last hurrah for you guys. So if you need anything ever, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm still not far, but I did just want to say thank you. This really has meant the absolute world to me. I know it's meant the world to the rest of the Executive Council for this past year. So thank you. Oh, sad girl hours. Any questions about that before I steam into more fun things? After my sad bean. Look at this bean. He just wants to say thanks. No? Okay. I see the chat. I'm excited for you guys. Monica's there if you need anything about outreach. Logistics. Kylie, our tried and true, she made us their spreadsheet, which can help track your requirements for Resume Bank. It can be found in the general body access folder. Both are linked here, as well as on the pinned posts in general. If you don't know how to find your way to the pinned posts, it's just the little eye in the upper right-hand corner. You click on that, and then there's a little drop down that says pin, and then you can find all the important links there as well. This spreadsheet will tell you where you're at in terms of your meeting Resume Bank requirements. Okay, so that's just our little update there. And if you think that there's a mistake, we've caught a couple of just like little things that didn't transfer over, especially when it comes to getting our list from SWE headquarters on who has been paid through them. There's been a couple of hiccups on the headquarters side. So if you think that there's something wrong with the spreadsheet, there totally could be. Just message literally anybody and we'll get it sorted out for you. Just as a kind of a PSA. If you needed to see again what the requirements are, 1 GBM, you already made it here. Good job, you did it. 2 events from the following categories that are labeled. You got to be registered through our headquarters, registered on Sun Devil Sync, either in the graduate or undergraduate, doesn't matter. And then you have an outreach contribution, which leads me to our outreach contributions. Your day has concluded. Thank you so much to everyone who was a part of that, who helped put together kits, post Zoom town hours, all the jazz. There was a lot of work that went into that. So thank you. I know I'm the voice for the council today, but Annika's here. She says thank you. She has a party emoji. We're so proud of the entire outreach team. A huge thank you to everyone. If you weren't a part of outreach and you're thinking to yourself, I need my volunteer opportunity, fear not. You still have the tutoring initiative that's available. There's a form linked here that you can fill out, and Annika can get you all squared away with her tutoring initiative team, but that's not closed yet. So if you still need that, don't panic, you can still do that. I see a question. Where can we access the videos to edit for the tutoring initiative? When you try to click on the link sheets that sends out, it says you don't have access to the videos. First things first, Annika, you wanna?
Yeah, I can answer that. Mostly for that, we're having trouble getting people to, a lot of people like have requested to make videos and we're still waiting to hear back on them. The infrastructure was not in place when we opened it up to the general body, so that's my fault. So if you filled out to edit tutoring videos, once we assign them to you, someone from my tutoring initiative committee will end up reaching out to you on Slack and email. But if you need to get like your resume requirements done like sooner rather than later, if you want to reach out to me, you can make lesson plans or make a video. We're always happy to work with you and like assign you to different stuff. So I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. If you have any questions regarding outreach, you can reach out to Annika or myself or anybody, and we can get you squared away. None of us want this to be an area of stress for you. If you have the link though, and it just says you don't have access, try making sure that you're logged in on your ASU email. Usually it's locked. And sometimes Google likes to switch to like your random email that you only use for like those free accounts you sign up for, so you can get your like premium Spotify for 6 months for free. You know the email I'm talking about. The one that actually doesn't connect to anything. I don't know, Google likes to pick that one to try to log in all the time. So, and yes, Dawn, another GBM covers the workshop requirements, so you're good. And then we just wanted to get a little bit of a feel. Annika had some feedback about liking our citizenship night we had the other night. So if there's any interest in a summer outreach activities, like if you would just be interested in attending an outreach activity over the summer, either virtual or in person, can I just get like a emoji of some kind of head nod, a yes in the chat's good, any sort of positive indicator, or if you're like heck no techno, we can get like a frowny or a sad face or whatever, just to get an idea of if that would be of interest. Annika just wants to know if that's something that she should look into, or if we're like, nah.
To clarify, these outreach activities will be virtual, so they will not be in person.
Perfect.
I know someone talked about that, but yeah.
Yes, my bad. I believe I said potentially in person, so my fault there. Virtual options. Perfect. All right. Cool. Sounds like we got a little bit of some interest. Annika, there you go. Now we know. Any questions? Time for a quick pause. Anything else in the chat that you wanted to ask or anything before I move into We21 stuff? And I'm going quick. I want this to be a good use of your time. I don't want you to feel like you're sitting here for 5 ever. All right, cool. Send it in the chat if you think of it. But We21, yay. Very exciting. If you're new here and you're like, what the heck is that? That's our international conference that happens every year. ASU has attended for the past 3 years, I believe. We started going in 2018. We typically attend as a group in person. This past year, we attended as a group virtually. This year's planning on being in Indianapolis, Indiana. You say that 3 times fast. It's October 21st to the 23rd. We're looking to take a group again. Our lovely chair of this committee is Morgan Wade. She's online right now. You can find her in the chat if you need anything. But she is running that group. These are the requirements to attend with us, to potentially attend. I should put that disclaimer. With us, you're going to have to complete your resume bank requirements by the end of this spring semester. And you're going to need to participate in at least one of these conference competitions. More information will be sent out about them. Morgan does a great job of organizing and making sure everybody's aware. This information hasn't been updated for the new 21 year yet, but it will be a requirement. So something that you keep in mind. Additionally, you're going to need to complete one extra outreach volunteering event. It doesn't have to be done. Yes, you have more than 1 week. Yes, yeah. You have a lot of time to like get them all done. One more requirement, sorry, the outreach volunteering event. It doesn't have to be done. The volunteering event does not have to be done by the end of this spring term. There's a little bit of extra time to get that last volunteering event in there. And then the last one is that you're going to have to interview with the conference committees. So general form on how this works. I've got the link here. I can copy the link address and put it in the chat if you're interested. This is just the interest form of like, hey, I would like to be considered. This is not you signing up saying that you're going. We conduct kind of interviews, we being the committee, not myself, Morgan and the rest of her committee, conduct interviews in order to kind of help get that group together. So this is you expressing, hey, I'd like to be considered, I'm interested, and we'll kind of go from there. The question from Sadie in the chat was, is there a spreadsheet for the conference requirements to make sure we have everything in order before? No, there is no, it's in the resume requirement spreadsheet. Morgan is too prompt.
Yeah, sorry, so we're just using the resume requirement spreadsheet to check for the main thing, which is completing the resume requirements. Once the conference competitions actually start giving out more information, we're going to be able to we're going to have a form that you submit, like, yes, I did all this. This is my proof of doing the volunteering. This is my proof that I worked on this competition. But that information is not out yet, unfortunately, from SWE headquarters. So.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that in order to just kind of keep track of as of right now is making sure that you're all squared away with your resume bank requirements by the end of this semester. And then the last thing would be that extra outreach requirement. And we can maybe talk to Kylie about getting an extra column in our spreadsheet that tallies if we've got an extra one in there. But there's some extra time on that. Any questions about We21 so far? Morgan's here, I'm here.
Yeah, I have a question. So like, how many people do you accept usually to go to this?
I believe this year we're planning on taking 24 total. But that's going to depend on how much funding we're able to get for and how much we're able to cover for everybody. We typically don't know exactly how much we can cover just because we don't know what it is he's going to give us. We don't know if we're going to have any grants for travel or anything. So it's all kind of up in the air at the moment. Conference is in October, so there is time. So if you're interested, put your interest in that form. It does not guarantee anything for anybody, not even the people on the committee. So yeah. If anyone has any questions, you can document. Yeah, that does include grad, I'm pretty sure. It's anyone who completes the requirements and fills out and interviews and is selected through the interview process.
And so the thing with this is there is a little bit of work over summer to do because like the PepsiCo and the Boeing Team Tech stuff and the abstracts have deadlines over summer. So if you think you're going to be interested in doing this, but you don't think you're going to have a research abstract to submit, or you don't think you want to join in with the PepsiCo design teams, then that's where we're going to need help with the awards nomination because it's a whole packet that we have to submit every year as a college so that we can be considered for some of their awards. So there is work over the summertime if you want to do this. Sorry, my kiddo's following me with her stroller. So there is work over the summer if you want to be involved with this. So I just want to make sure you guys don't think like, oh, I can put this off till September. Anyone's allowed to go. We just try to organize a group travel so that we can try and provide some funding, whether it be for the airfare and the hotel or some registration costs, something that we can cover as a group. But there's nothing stopping you guys. If you just want to pay for yourself and go, you're more than welcome to do that. So I hope that answers some questions as well.
Yes, thank you so much, Allie. That was great. Clarifying some of the key points that I missed there. So that was perfect. And Sarah, if you didn't hear Morgan's question or Morgan's answer, yes, that includes graduate students in that 24. We've taken a couple more students than 24 before. We've taken less. Like Morgan said, it all just goes down to funding and how much we cover. The more people we take, the less we cover for each person. So it just kind of, it ebbs and flows. The last thing I do want to note is if you are looking at your calendar and you're thinking to yourself the 21st through the 23rd, that is typically a weekend, but we're usually gone for a day kind of before and after. It's usually a longer amount of time, and especially when we go in person. And this is not an official ASU event. So the way that like sports teams get the little waiver that says like if you have a test during this time, like your professors have to let you retake it at a different time, that's not the case. We go as an organization, but it's not a university sanctioned event. Usually professors are really understanding if you let them know at the very beginning of the year, like, hey, I'm going these dates to these dates. I will not be in class. I will not be present. If there is an exam that you schedule for this date, could it please be like reworked or whatever? And they're usually pretty understanding about it if you communicate with them clearly at the beginning. But just to be very clear, it's not an official sanctioned event. Your professors sadly owe you nothing, which is just a sad thing to say.
Yeah. And so those dates are always a Thursday through Saturday. And so it starts like first thing on Thursday, people want to be there because the career fair is Thursday and Friday. And that's usually what a lot of the collegiates want to attend. And then Saturday is always when they host the giant banquet for the party for the collegiates to hand out the awards and start recognizing sections. So we usually stay all the way through Saturday, which means we fly out on Wednesday and then we fly back on Sunday. Just for people, if they're thinking about how long you would be away from school, it would be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then you'd be coming home on Sunday.
Yeah, thank you so much, Allie. Yep, exactly. So it's a lot of fun. I can speak from experience. I've been in person to 2 conferences, virtual for 1. It's a lot of fun. I really recommend it. If this is of any interest to you, definitely consider it either personally or with our ASU group. It's an amazing opportunity, but it is a lot of work, like Ali said. Any other questions? I know this is kind of an important topic for us. So any questions? Okay, if they come to you, don't worry, send them in the chat, or you can direct message them to Morgan Wade. She's our chair. Like I said, she's the ringleader on this, as well as Ali Bauman has a bunch of experience and really helps us out, our advisor, coordinating this. So they can answer any questions you may have. Last thing I'll note about that is make sure you fill out that form if you do have any interest at all, because a lot of information, as Morgan has said, hasn't come out yet. And so as soon as it does, she will be communicating with those people who have indicated they're interested via Slack over the summer. So kind of 2 parts to that. Make sure you fill out the form so you're a part of those communications. 2, make sure that if you are interested and you do fill it out, that you check your Slack every couple of days over the summer for that information to come out, because it really does rely on some summer communication. And if we can't get a hold of you, we're gonna have some hiccups, okay? Yay, conference. All right, senior letters are still open. We talked about this last GBM. You can write a letter to your future self or to the seniors. You can submit the letter with this form. Nobody is reading them by any means. It's just a place that they're gonna go, sit for a little while, and then in a little bit, when you are a senior, we will either email or physically print out and mail them back to you, whichever you indicate, as kind of a letter to yourself. So just something fun to do. It'll be open as well over the summer. So if you have some time and you sit down and you want to write it over the summer, you can still submit it then as well. All right, we're getting to allow into our last couple of topics. T-shirts. This is your last week to pick up your T-shirt on campus. or reach out to me and find another time. So if the times that we've indicated this week are not good for you, you just need to DM me in some fashion and we'll find a solution. If you don't reach out to me by the end of this week, we're gonna essentially cancel all of the reservations on the shirts, and you may have to purchase one in the fall. They might still be a gift, we're not quite sure yet, but essentially we're not gonna guarantee you a size, and we're not really gonna guarantee you a shirt anymore. It's just way too complicated to try to keep track of. So this is your last week for that. The schedule for pickups is under #general under the pin post. But the long story short is basically every morning this week, except for Friday, I'm available. And then Shachi is available starting on Thursday and Friday night. Can we still make a reservation if we haven't? Yes, if you still want a shirt, you can still fill out the form. We just can't promise that your first size choice is going to be what you get, because we had a couple sizes, everybody reserved them. And yes, Shachi says she's also distributing shirts, so you can also reach out to her. So if you DM either Shachi or I about getting your shirt, then we will coordinate with you, like if this week doesn't work. But if we don't hear from you at all, then we're just going to assume you don't want the shirt anymore, and we're going to move on. The last thing on t-shirts is if you indicated that you're not on campus and you cannot pick it up from campus, don't worry. We're going to mail those to those few of you that did indicate that you need it mailed to you. We're just probably not going to get it mailed out until the end of the semester. But we will mail it to you if you said you couldn't come to campus and get it. So that's kind of also the only exception there. Any questions about t-shirts? I hope you like them. Everyone has seemed happy when they come to get them from me. And it's made my heart happy to see so many of you, even if just for a brief moment. So I hope that's been fun for you guys. How do you get to the pinned post? I would love to show you how to get to the pinned post. Let's go, we can go a little rogue if you guys want to here. If you go into your Slack and you go into, this is my Slack, and you go into general, there's a little button up here in the upper right-hand corner that shows like an eye. If you click on the eye, there should be all of these different categories here. There's one that's called pinned. If you click on that one, you should see a drop down. There's a message here from Kylie showing you about the spreadsheets. And then there's a little post from me that says t-shirt pickup time. All the pickups are in the ECG courtyard. DM the person listed when you're on your way or when you have arrived, and these are the dates and the person who's helping. And so this post just continuously gets updated. So you'll see today's time is still there and then future times. And then if any more of Executive Council has time to hand out shirts, I'll add more. Does that help? If not, I'll go through it again. Some information for Monica. This is also an important links post that I've been referring to as well. There are some really all the like important links that you might ever need are all right here as well. So we'll go back to the slides. I'm gonna just perpetually pump this feedback form. It's open and available for you guys. This is just general. You can either leave your name or you cannot. You can leave us feedback about a specific event or about SWE in general. It's been open. I've been monitoring it. It's going to be directly given to the leadership for next year, our 2021-2022 council. I'm going to export the results of it as a nice little spreadsheet and hand it directly to Cassidy and their team to be able, and her team to be able to implement next year. So it's directly going into their hands for use for the next year. So they will be reviewing it in their planning meeting and that kind of thing. So definitely please fill it out, good, bad, otherwise we want to hear it.
Okay, may I make a quick note about that? For the feedback form, if you're filling it out, it would be super helpful to the incoming leadership team. If you have any feedback on like which events you really liked, if you could just like say, hey, I love this event, would love to see it again next year. This is how many events you want to see like per week, that kind of thing, because we'll be planning our events out for the next semester in our planning meeting. So that would be super helpful info. And just general feedback is also great. Thank you. Yeah,
so just letting them know how you want to see things. Bear in mind, right now, we don't really have a solid answer. ASU is still planning for in-person, which means we would be planning for in-person, but we're gonna kind of take that as it comes. So that's the feedback form. If I'm not mistaken, that's the last item. Dumb. That's the last item before the activity. Anything else you guys want me to cover? Any other questions? Anything? This is our last kind of gang moment. Group together. Okay. Then here's our little activity that I have planned. It's nothing crazy. I just wanted, or I thought it would be fun to create summer bucket lists or goal sheets. I want to start to focus more on the positive things to come this summer. If you're like me, you're looking towards summer a lot and hopefully feeling optimistic about it. You can either write a bucket list of things you want to do and accomplish, like a fun list, like you want to go to the beach or to the pool or see your friend or read like 10 books or whatever you want to do, whatever sounds fun to you. Or you can do more of like a goal sheet on what you want to accomplish. Thanks, Allie. By the end of the summer. So maybe you have an internship and you want to achieve like certain goals within your internship, or you don't have an internship and you want to read a certain number of books or do whatever. Just something to kind of keep your eye on the prize, something positive to make the summer fun, constructive, whatever you want it to be. And I also just put a little note on there that you can talk to your fellow spacers about it and join the channel #accountability if you want someone to help you achieve your goals by keeping you accountable on them. That's totally optional. So if you have a couple minutes, I know we've got about 15 minutes left of this meeting. If you have to go, I totally get it. Thank you for joining us. Otherwise, I'll put everybody into some breakout rooms just so you can kind of talk in smaller groups and just chat, honestly, say hi, de-stressed. If you have any questions and you want to hang back, you're welcome to. I'll be in here. Otherwise, I'll let you guys kind of go. They're open if you want to go. Like I said, I'm in here if you need something. Thanks everybody for coming.